I'm going to help you understand why your social media content isn't driving as many leads and sales as you would like it to. And I share this having built my own audience to more than 200,000 across the platforms and having consulted with the likes of the company founder on how to generate more sales through social media, also capitalism.com. More than 10,000 clients at this point that we have helped drive more leads and sales through social media. So when I share this, I'm not just pulling it out of my ass. This is from lived experience. Now, you've probably seen this before, which is a funnel. So if we look at a funnel, then you have the top of the funnel, you have the middle of the funnel, and you have the bottom of the funnel, right? That's what those stand for. TOF, top of the funnel, MOF, middle of the funnel, BOF, bottom of the funnel. Now, the mistake that most people make when they're sharing content is they open their phone or their laptop and they think, damn it, I forgot to make a post today, I'm going to get something up. And then they write something to their audience and they speak to the people who already know who they are. Now, if we just look at the general concept of the funnel, the smallest number of people are bottom of the funnel. The middle number of people are the middle of the funnel. And then the most amount possible of people is always going to be on the top of the funnel. So when you share content, having the assumption in your mind that someone who's reading this understands why you're a credible authority figure, then you're just not going to get success with reaching more people. Now, that could be okay if you have a big audience who love you, but most people don't have that. So instead, the approach is there's a content style for top of the funnel to reach more people. There's a content style specifically for middle of the funnel to convert your existing audience into leads. And then there's the bottom of the funnel to generate clients directly from social media. An example of the bottom of the funnel post would be, let's say you were somebody that helps people scale their salon, right? So it would be salons. I'll help you get 3 to 5 additional clients per week with my salon growth system. Interested? Reply info and let's have a chat to see if it's a fit. Okay, that would be a very simple example of a bottom of funnel piece of content. Now, here's the thing. If you think about a generic social media strategy, people want a strategy for Instagram, they want a strategy for TikTok, they want a strategy for LinkedIn, they want a strategy for YouTube, they want a different strategy as well for email. But I don't believe that that is the best approach, because if you believe that social media is simply just psychology, and there are a series of different psychological triggers that can be embedded into your content in order to drive more reach, leads, and sales, then the platform doesn't really matter. It becomes platform agnostic. And that's really powerful because platforms change, they come and go. And if you're always relying on tactics and hype, then you're setting yourself up to fail. So instead, from experience, I've seen it to be much more effective to segment the content that you're sharing each week into top, middle, and bottom of the funnel. And what I found to be the best case is 2 posts a week for top of the funnel, 2 posts a week for middle of the funnel, so to drive leads. So top of the funnel is to drive reach, middle of the funnel is to drive leads, and then bottom of the funnel is to actually make sales and generate clients. And for the middle and bottom of the funnel, we also send that stuff to the email list. So then if we think through the lens of that, for each piece of content, we're only speaking to one person. In the middle of the funnel content, we are speaking to someone who knows that they have the problem that we solve and who already understands that you're an expert. That's for middle of the funnel. So with the middle of the funnel content, some examples that have worked really well for me is something like, I'm giving away a brand new training, $1 million audience for free today. It's a blueprint to build your audience of buyers. Interested? Reply audience and let's chat to see if it's a fit. That would be one example for me. So you can take what I just said, that would be like a template that you could use, and replicate it for yourself. An example of the top of the funnel content is you have to realize that these people don't know who you are. So if you imagine yourself speaking on somebody else's stage, because if we imagine that social media is like a massive stage whereby in any one moment you could be pulled onto the stage and in front of quite literally millions of people. If you make that assumption, then you have to ask yourself the question, if I was to get invited to speak on my dream stage, okay, even if you're scared of speaking, just stick with me here. If I was to get invited to speak on my dream stage in front of 10 million people or in front of 1 million people, how would I want to be introduced as I walk onto that stage? Now, that's what we call an authority intro. So if we know that every top of the funnel post has to have an authority intro, then we're able to have a much more high likelihood of actually generating results. So that means if you think about your caption like this, right? There's a caption here where you have all your text, etc. The authority intro has to go at the top. And when I say AI, I don't mean AI like artificial intelligence. I mean AI like authority intro. Simultaneously, you want to ensure that you have an authority intro. If you're doing, let's say, a short form video, it should be the very first piece of text that people see on the screen. So this is otherwise known as your hook. So if you're starting the video by saying, you need to do blah, blah, that would be a middle of the funnel post, because you're speaking to the people who already know who you are. Instead, with the top of the funnel post, you would lead with the authority intro, which showcases and demonstrates why you should be listened to. Because people are thinking, who are you and why should I listen to you? Now, another way that you can do the authority intro is through visuals as you get more advanced with this. So for example, if you're in the fitness industry, if you show yourself looking all jacked or shredded or in great shape, then, that does the job for you. If you're doing something to do with relationships, it can be a happy couple who are all in love. If you're doing something to do with money, right, you have to think, what's the symbolism that people, if they see it, they would then resonate with that concept. And if you help people, let's just say, scale their gyms, or you help personal trainers get out of the gym and build their own online business, doing something in the gym is good because it's something that they would recognize. So the symbolism is recognizable to the ideal client. However, if you are out of shape and you don't look good with this example, then people are not going to listen to you unless you use an authority intro that you say out loud. So you have to ask yourself, can I symbolize my authority intro through showing something visual that shows that I'm legit and that I know what I'm talking about? And if not, you have to say it out loud. When it comes to the middle of the funnel content, like I alluded to earlier, we are talking to people as though they already know who we are and they have a problem that we can solve. So those ones you just go more direct. And the best way to do this is for every middle of the funnel piece of content, you want to keep what we call a pain gain list. So a pain gain list is essentially all the things that you hear in sales calls that people are telling you is their problem. Now, you can take stuff from DM chats, etc., but the reason I like taking it from sales calls especially and bringing that back into my middle of the funnel content and then using my middle of the funnel content to show how my systems and processes overcome those problems is because people that actually get on a sales call with you, provided that you have a system for this, they should have been pre-qualified and they should have been pre-sold and they should be legit prospects. So they're actually at the very bottom of the funnel. And then what we're able to do by proxy of using the pain gain list and bringing that into the middle of the funnel content and then show how our systems and methods bring people from where they are now to where they want to be. So where they, are now to where they want to be. Then we're actually able to push people from middle of the funnel into bottom of the funnel because they actually begin to see, oh wow, this person knows what they're talking about and I really resonate with those problems. And if you've seen my masterclass, I'll leave it in the description box below where I talk about the 17 psychological triggers that you must embed into your content in order for it to actually work and generate you leads and clients organically. Then you'll know that, wow, it is so incredibly key to ensure that you are consistent with this entire approach and that people feel understood, because brainwave inception is where you're taking these problems, you're bringing it into your middle of the funnel content, because then people read that thing and they're like, whoa, it's like you're reading my mind, like you're quite literally saying the pains and problems that I have, and it's because you're keeping a list of it and you're writing content about what's on your list. I just use a simple spreadsheet. My sales team, they put stuff on there for me every day, and that's how I know how to, even make videos like this, right? So then when it comes to the bottom of the funnel content, again, that's just really direct. And that's why we're getting people to reply to us for a call to action. Now, a mistake people make with this is they then get people from the bottom of the funnel content either straight onto a sales call without qualifying them, which means that there's a gap in not having an automated application process, an automated acquisition system. That's a big mistake. And then another big mistake they make is getting people to then click a link in the bio or to click a link in an email. Instead, you want them to just reply. Because if you're going directly from social media post all the way into sales call or sales convo, let's just say, you're missing the micro steps that are necessary in order to get them there successfully. So instead, you're much better off in your bottom of the funnel content, going from bottom of the funnel to then getting them to DM you And then from there, DMs, you want to do a quick like qualification. Usually I just like to find out what is their problem and are they a fit to actually work with you? Because we have the perfect framework, which stands for problem, everyone involved, results, fit, evidence, commitment, and time. So problem, what's their problem? Everyone involved, who's involved in making the decision? Results, how do they define results? Fit, are they actually an ICP, an ideal client profile for you? Evidence, what evidence have they seen that you're legit at what you do and you can get them results? C, commitment, what are they already doing about their problem? And time, how soon do they actually want help with this? In the DMs, I only typically like to figure out problem and fit. And then from there, from the DMs, you can get them. So let's just say that's in the DMs. You can get them onto a phone call. And we call this an impact call. So that's just a 10-minute call where you go back through the perfect framework. Now, obviously, if someone's like in the DMs, they're actively chatting, you can do it there. But if they're active in the DMs, you can just say to them, hey, you free for a quick 5 to 10 minute call and we can talk about how we can help you. And you get them on that call, you qualify them, and that's where you book them through into an actual sales convo. But before the sales convo, there are a series of steps that should happen. Number one is they should watch a pre-call video, knowing that this is actually going to be a conversation about talking about business together, okay, and working together. This sets the tone, right? That's the whole point of that pre-call video, is to set the tone for the relationship. They want to be very clear that you are the one here who is calling the shots and who's driving how this relationship's going to go, because otherwise you lose control of the frame, and frame control is a separate topic that we can speak about another time. Super key. From there, then you want to have them watch a roadmap video or something along the lines of a blueprint that explains your systems, your methods, not the entire inside out of it, but just the philosophy behind it and why it works so well. And that should include some testimonials, so case studies, and basically proof, because that then ticks off the evidence section of this part over here. And then from there, you want to actually manually confirm. So you want them to actually confirm with you that they're going to show up to the call. Because if you don't get any confirmation, then how do you know? So you want to do the automated confirmations, of course, and a lot of this process can be automated, set up once, but then there should still be a manual confirmation, either by yourself or by a setter or the salesperson on your team, because most people don't do that. And it's those small things that you do that make a world of a difference. So in case you didn't see that, just was like that. Okay. So, that will explain why your content hasn't worked. And I did a full, as I said, masterclass about this. I'll leave it linked down below that you can check it out. But yeah, lots more content coming like this. Hopefully that this was helpful. And now you understand why what you tried in the past didn't work. I'm hoping that you'll have a new lens and a new perspective to generate a lot of clients organically through social media. So I've used this exact thing myself to generate more than 1,600 high-ticket clients and thousands more, not so high-ticket, sort of like below 2K kind of price points. So grateful to serve you. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe because I got tons more stuff like this coming. And yeah, I'm happy to be back here. So I'll see you in the next one.